Okay, start by saying who you are and what you do.
I'm Laurie. I'm a GP from Australia, and basically I do whatever I'm asked to do, and uh, and that can range from almost anything. But what I want to say to you is that if you want to have the adventure of your lifetime, if you want to do the most fulfilling medicine that you will ever do in your whole life, if you want to see a need and think, oh, that is a desperate need, and I want to try and do something about it, and if you want to explore another place, another country, step out of your comfort zone, and then Nepal's the place for you. Come, and you will have the experience, the work, the dreams of your lifetime become reality. So come, it's the best thing that can happen.
All right, that's very good. Now, I have a couple nitty-gritty questions to ask about that. And you are a person who has brought your wife and family here. Tell us what that's like, because I think a potential physician recruit that might be coming here has to face that issue. What do I do about bringing my spouse and kids?
Well, that's would have to say the greatest concern, the greatest fear I had. I brought quite old kids to Nepal, and young kids, and a professional wife, and there were numerous questions, and you can let those questions be an obstacle, or you can actually step out in faith and say, I'm going to hand that over to you, Lord. And then the most amazing thing is that I can now say to you 3 years later down the track, God, our Almighty God, has transformed my greatest fears, my greatest worries and concerns in terms of my children's education, the family happiness, my wife's career, my own career, and turn those greatest fears into our greatest blessings. And you too can experience that if you dare.
All right, and one other question, which I think a surgeon in particular would have to answer, which is, they want to be able to focus on doing the surgery. Does that mean they're also going to have to clean their own instruments?
It's really important you pick a place where you can use your skills, but also you have the support. And I would say to you that don't ever think about coming by yourself. Don't ever think that you'll be alone. But a place like Tansen, you're working as part of a team. And you have a team not only of other surgeons, other doctors, other people who've got more experience in Nepal, but you've got a great team of Nepali assistants, whether they be in the laboratory, whether they be in the central sterilising department, whether they be in the operating theatre. They'll be your guiding hands, and so they'll help you in all technical aspects of your surgery. And you'll be surprised at the standards and high quality of care that can be achieved with so little.
That's great. And then the last question I had, you've done a lot of work with the Nick Simons Institute and trying to do the rural interprofessional education. Can you speak about that a little bit?
Well, my passion is that Nepal not only has a need for the work to be done, but I think if you're going to have a lasting benefit, then every bit of work that you do, you have to be working alongside Nepali people and training them and upskilling them and developing their skills. And particularly the need is in rural Nepal. It is not in capital cities. It is in the rural areas. And so very much my focus and my passion is to develop training modules, to think each step along the way, how can I teach someone else to be doing this? Or is there a simpler way that we could do this? Or is there a way we can prevent this from happening? And particularly focusing on what we in the West would look at, very low-skilled healthcare workers, but what they can do. For instance, all the anaesthetics in Tansen, we do over 6,000 major operations a year, operations that are beyond any that you would have been exposed to as a surgeon, and yet those anaesthetics are provided by simple, low-level healthcare workers who've had 6 months anaesthetic training, and they do a fantastic job.
Great. Is there anything else you want to say at the end of the interview?
Come and see it for yourself and experience life to the full.
All right, great. Thank you.